Welcome back. Today we're going to continue with our daily life series focusing on the office situation or a desk situation. And we talked about writing last week, but we didn't really go over what in the world should you sit on. There are chairs with backs to them, chairs without backs to them, and they serve different purposes, and sometimes we don't have the right chair for us in the right situation. So we need to go through that. Now, there isn't one chair out there that's best for everyone. Your thigh length is different, your calf length is different, your whole height different, your torso length is different, your width is different. I don't recommend a certain brand. I don't recommend a specific chair for everyone. I wish there was this pill out there that we could just say, okay, that's the perfect chair, but it's not. Just like your clothes are different and they fit different body types and sizes, same thing with a chair. But let's say you come across a situation where you don't have the ideal chair, or you don't have a chair with a back to it. This, what I'm sitting on right now, is just a regular stool, and it doesn't have a back to it. Now, there are times where we want to have more energy. I don't like to use this, but I do use it at times. I'll sit on the edge of my chair. Especially if I'm falling asleep, I'll sit on my edge of my chair. Now, why do I do that? Well, it kicks me into fight or flight mode. I don't want to do this very often because the whole nature of sitting is to sit in a relaxed position. But what happens is there are times when I need a little bit more energy. I'm just, the air is too warm, something's going on, and I'm dehydrated, and I'll sit on the edge of my chair, and that kicks in my nervous system and ramps me up. I don't want to stay there too long. I'd rather get up, walk around instead to get my blood flowing. But there are times where I can't get up, and so I'll just sit on the edge of my chair. A lot of people take it to the extreme where they arch their back so much and they're sitting forward onto their thighs that they sit in this position and they type. It often happens when they're so engrossed in what they're doing, they're not even realizing what their body is doing or compensating with. The problem with that is all the back muscles become activated. They kick in, they hold you rigid, they continually tighten up, your pelvis tips forward, which is going to decrease hip joint space, your shoulder blades are often pulled back. Again, all these things kick in your fight or flight nervous system and ramp you up. If hours go by, even if a half hour goes by, you don't even realize the state that you just put your body in. So instead of being in this super arched position or leaned forward position, let's start to look at shifting our body weight back so that our tailbone curls underneath us a little bit, our rib cage drops down, our belly comes out. Now, this may look a little bit weird to people because we're used to seeing this perfect posture, but now my shoulders are above my hips, my rib cage is down, and I'm in a neutral position. There are times though where I'll say, let go even more and round out even more. And the reason I want to do that is if I am in a tense mode, I want to let myself relax into that position, let my rib cage drop down. I often coach people in this position because I want to stay calm and I want them to learn how to calm themselves. Get into a position of relaxation so that the ribs drop down, the belly comes out, and they're relaxed. So again, in this relaxed position, this very relaxed position, I would much rather have a chair back so it supports me to allow me to relax. If I'm in a stool like this one, a lot of times bar stools, then I'm going to sit more in that neutral position. So there's a tiny curvature in my low back, there's a tiny one in my upper back. I'm not straight as a board and I'm not overarched. As soon as I do that, I can feel tension increase in my body. Again, I don't want tension to increase. I want myself to be in neutral. My ribs are down because I'm now in a relaxed position where I can focus on what I'm doing. If I'm writing, whatever it is, I'm in a more focused position. I don't have my shoulders up to my ears. Everything is in relaxed and neutral, but I'm using my side abs to help hold my ribs down, and that matches my back. I'm not just relying on my back to hold me up. If you have questions, please reach out to me. Love to hear from you. Feedback is always great as well, or if there's a topic you want me to cover, please let me know. Amy@paberinstitute.com. That's PABRinstitute.com. Thanks again for joining. We'll see you next week. Bye, guys.